What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, guys. And if you are subscribed to the channel, you probably saw my last video where I was talking about the new revealed PlayStation 5s. And with that video, got a lot of comments on what do I think is these systems a good deal? Should I wait? Should I get a PlayStation 5 Pro if they ever talk about that? And I was trying to reply to as many comments as possible, but I just thought it would be so much easier just come into a video and just give my thoughts on it. This is my thoughts on it. Ultimately, if you already own a PlayStation 5, I can just tell you right now, not worth it. Doesn't matter if you have a PlayStation 5, digital, physical. I don't feel like they're worth it unless you're looking to have multiple PlayStation 5s. Now, for the ones that don't have a PlayStation 5 and they're asking me questions like, should I just get one now or should I get one then? I think it really depends. If you're trying to get a PlayStation 5 physical, I'm gonna be honest, it probably doesn't matter. You might as well just get the new one. You know, it does have new features like the storage space. Now, one thing to keep in mind, all the really cool, like the skins, the plates that go on the PlayStation 5 right now are not gonna be compatible with the new PlayStation 5. And the only other it's a little small thing, the stand. You're not going to have the option of the stand. I feel like on the PlayStation 5s right now are a lot better, but we're talking about a stand. It has more hard drive space and it has USB-C ports on it. So in that case, you know, I would probably go with that one if you can. But I would like to say, I do feel like these old ones could go on sale. And if they go on sale, then definitely get the old ones. Because in reality, you have to remember that the power is not going to change at all. It's going to be the same amount of power. Now, if you're looking at the digital one, now that's where it gets a little bit more tricky, and that's because of the price difference. The digital version of the PlayStation 5 did increase $50 with the new ones. So if you're wondering, should you wait? Should you get this one? What should you do? In all honesty, it's a really rough one, but it depends. Does the extra money matter to you? If the money doesn't matter to you, the only thing you have to keep in mind is the plates are going to be different. You're not going to get like the cool one that just came out, the Spider-Man one. The stand is different, but you know, you can just buy a stand. It's like $30 if you don't care about the cost. If you do care about the cost, then here's some things to remember. With the new digital PlayStation 5, you have to, if you want to be able to stand the PlayStation 5 just straight up, it's going to cost you $30 for that stand. The stand that comes in it, you can only lay it down flat, and it's like a little tiny little baby stand. It's really weird. And then on top of that, if you ever want to get a physical drive, you're gonna have to spend $80 to add that on. The PlayStation 5, for those who might have missed it, the new digital version has the option to add a physical hard drive on later on, or you can, you know, however you want to do it. It has the option to add that physical hard drive on later. If you don't get it with the system, you're gonna be spending $80. So what that means is the system's already gonna launch at $450, and then you have to put $80 on later on when you do plan on getting the drive. Personally, because I'm more into saving money in the long run, I would just get the digital PlayStation 5, the one that's already out right now. Here's my reason why. One, it's just $50 cheaper. It has a better stand in there, and there's a bunch of plates already that look really cool, like the Spider-Man one that I can already put on it. Sony did say that they're gonna be making plates next year, but you know, you gotta wait next year. Not a big deal, but something I just want to bring up. And on top of that, the USB-C ports are cool, but it's not really important. And you're only gonna get like, what, 175 extra gigabytes of hard drive space. Keep in mind, your system does eat into that, whether you have the old one or the new one. So if you have the old one, you're probably gonna get like, I think it's somewhere around 600 or something gigabytes of usable storage. If you get the new PlayStation, you'll probably have somewhere between 700 or 800 usable space on your system. So the thing is, in reality, like I said, if it was me, just because I like to save money, I probably would get the old digital one. The new one just doesn't have enough perks for me to justify the $50. And if you're fine with the $50 and if you feel like it is worth the upgrade, then cool, that's just my personal opinion. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions on, what about waiting for the PlayStation Pro? Should I get this? Should I get a Pro? This is my thoughts about the Pro. The short version is, I would not wait on the PlayStation Pro. Here's why. Sony usually starts releasing their systems around holiday time. Usually they notoriously drop around November. If we haven't heard about a PlayStation Pro as of yet, we're probably not gonna get one. That's the reality. At least not in the next 12 months at least. And there's too many games coming out. We have Spider-Man about to come out. We have Final Fantasy Part 2, Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 coming out. We have games dropping throughout the next several months. They're only gonna be PlayStation 5 exclusives. So personally, I say just get the PlayStation 5 right now, whether you get the old one, whether you get the new one, and just enjoy it, because it's gonna look great regardless. What's the new one gonna have? Maybe it's gonna have better ray tracing, or maybe it's gonna have more space. Maybe it's gonna have 2 terabytes. But in reality, I don't think you're gonna miss out a whole lot. The PlayStation itself as a system is a great system. I don't feel like it's worth the wait when we're waiting on a rumor. You know, we haven't got any word from Sony, and if we were to get any word from Sony, it's probably gonna be close to the end of next year that we'll hear anything officially from Sony. So just get the system and enjoy. And one other thing I did want to add too about the old systems and the new, if you already have a PlayStation 5, if you're worried about the space, you can just put a SSD inside the PlayStation. Probably cheaper than buying a whole new system altogether off of Amazon. So that's just my thoughts. Like I said, ultimately, just, you know, key takeaway. If you have a PlayStation 5, don't worry about it. If you're looking to get a PlayStation 5, go for the physical or get the old digital one, unless you just really don't care about price. And then ultimately, as far as waiting on the Pro, don't wait on it. We don't even have word it's coming out. I hear a lot of people in the comments talking about they can't wait for the PlayStation Pro, they can't wait for the PlayStation Pro. My thing is this, leaked documents already said that Sony's looking to come out with a new PlayStation in 2028. That's the PlayStation 6, allegedly. I think that's what they said they're gonna call it. And right now we're in 2023 going into 2024. There's no word of PlayStation Pro yet. We won't hear anything about a PlayStation Pro if that's even coming out towards the end of 2024, if they drop it next year, or they don't drop until 2025, which will be the end of 2025, because usually Sony releases around the holidays. How much are you going to get out of this PlayStation 5 Pro if you just keep waiting? Now, again, if you already have a system and you just want to get another one, cool, yeah, put it somewhere else in your house. But if you're getting this to be your main system, I just realistically don't see the point of waiting. And get it, enjoy it. There's a bunch of fun games on it. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch more fun games on it, and it's gonna look and run great regardless. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below, what are you doing? Are you gonna buy it? Are you waiting? What are you guys doing? Comment that all down below. I'm very interested. And yeah, like the video, it helps. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.